We're straight from the Austrian mountains and we've now arrived in sunny Bournemouth, which is the home of MUC Off. The reason that I've come here today is to collect my custom helmets, but unfortunately I can't share those with you guys just yet, so you're going to have to wait a little longer. We was on the road for 2 weeks though, which is a long time. It wasn't just hard on us, but it was also really hard on the bikes. So much riding, and there's honestly no better place to stop by than here to bring the bikes back to life, and that's what we're going to be doing right now. That drive home took us 15 hours. We did Austria to England in one hit. Obviously there's a boat crossing as well, but that was so heavy. It was such a sick trip though. I hope you guys enjoyed tuning in to all our different adventures. But like I said, it wasn't just taxing on us. The bikes, I mean, I don't know how my jump bikes even got that dirty. I barely even used it. And the e-bikes had an absolute pounding on this trip. So we're going to give those a little freshen up and change things. That's all got to go. That's just shred falling off of the bike, that is. But it needs to go. Seeing as this video is a bit more tech and maintenance focused, I want to just highlight why it's so important for me to keep my bike clean. So I'm sure, like most of you, my bike is my absolute pride and joy. So for starters, obviously I want to keep the frame nice and clean to avoid any damage to the paintwork. You know, there's loads of dirt on there and stuff now, which just causes scratches and marks on it, which I don't mind if I scratch it whilst I'm riding, but if it's an unnecessary scratch through transporting or just poor maintenance, then I'm obviously going to be super upset. The most important thing for me is keeping your drivetrain dialed. It's important on a normal bike. There's nothing worse than having gears skipping and all over the place, but on an e-bike with all that extra power and torque from the motor, it's so crucial that you keep this area dialed, clean and working efficient, because if you don't, then you're just going to bend sprockets, chew up gears and chains, and it's just going to be a metal disaster. That leaves no better place for us to start than to fire up the pressure washer and blast the bike down. I always start with the drivetrain cleaner because you get all that nice and clean, and then you can wash away all the grit and dirt before cleaning the bike. Otherwise you might have a nice clean frame and then you go and scatter a load of old oil and dust and dirt that's built up all over your clean work. I forgot to mention that this is actually disc brake friendly as well, so you don't have to worry about any contaminations, which is nice. This is probably the most satisfying job in the world. It's insane. Look at all that horrible build up on there. That's death. I always give that a little blast just to get rid of all the chain cleaner on there before the fun bit now. So we're just fitting the nanotech bottle to the foam lance, and this is the most satisfying thing in life, I think. That's the best. Never gets old. This is my little tip now, and what I like to do, that brush is bone dry, which just feels horrible rubbing a dry brush over your bike, so I always just soak it, and that is now perfect to agitate and remove all the dirt. Obviously I'm using this brush here on the drivetrain. Although we've just cleaned it, I would still not advise particularly putting this brush now near your disc braking surfaces. The cleaner's all disc friendly, but if you've rubbed that on there and there's still some oil or grit on there, and then you go and put it on your brakes, you're going to have a contamination. So just always bear that in mind perhaps. This brush is for all the little nooks and crannies on the bike. Here we are. Don't want any dirt being left behind. We've now snow foamed the other side, pressure washed it all down. The bike's looking super clean, given it a dry with the microfiber cloths and fit the disc brake covers, because the next step is the protect stage. So I've gone straight for bike protect, which is important to do after you've cleaned it, because you can pretty much dry the whole bike off with a microfiber cloth, but this is going to help to drive any moisture out of those areas where I haven't been able to get it, including the motor on the e-bike. Bike protect all done. I'm just wiping off any excess spray that's on the bike, and then it's time to now head over to the pile and see what is next to put on the bike. HCB1, this is the harsh conditions barrier. I use this on the motor area because it's probably the area on the e-bike that you want to protect and look after the most, and this helps prevent any rust and corrosion, which I don't know about you, but I don't really want my motor corroding. The harsh conditions barrier lasts for a year as well, so I've not got to worry about my bike for the next 12 months. But we're now on to the silicone shine. Not only does it make your bike just feel so dialed, but it's cherry scented and it smells unbelievable, so it doubles up as a bicycle fragrance. Ah, that smells so good, and it also fully removes the dust. So you just give that a little wipe, and that is enough for your forks really, just to clean them up, remove any dust sitting around the seals, prevent it going down there, and keep them running nice and fresh. Final step of the cleaning process, we're now going to lube the chain, which I've chose e-bike dry weather lube because, believe it or not, in the UK at the moment we've come home to a mini heat wave and we've got dry trails. So this is the juice of my choice, and we're going to get that on the bottom of the chain there. Keep your disc brake covers on because you don't want to obviously have any overspray and cause any contaminations. So you're best off just keeping them safe and protected. Just quickly before I remove the disc brake covers, I'm just going to wipe any excess off because obviously you only really want the lube to be in between the links because that's where the pivot is and that's where it's important. So let's just get any excess off quickly, and then we will remove them covers and the bike's ready to shred. Just like that, my bike is back to life. Thanks to MUC Off today for accommodating us and helping us to bring her back to life after a heavy trip, but unfortunately for the bike we're about to go shred it even harder again. I don't know where yet and I don't know who with, but let's just spin to somewhere awesome. The answer to my last question of where and who with is quite a simple answer, because I'm on my own and we're over the local woods, which is so contrasting to where we've been riding in the last few weeks. But honestly, there's nothing like coming back home and just riding your local trails. I know it's not going to be like the Austrian mountains and all the insane bike parks that we were riding, but there's just something special about coming back to your local trails and just shredding them. Maybe we'll find some people in here we can do some trains with, that would be really cool. But the bike's feeling amazing, it's so dialed, so nice and clean after that service yesterday, and I'm just excited to get back on home turf, get some wheels spinning and send some banging lines. And I've got a quick hour now before I have to go do something, so I thought I'd bring you guys along with me and we'll enjoy this home experience together. It's a quick power hour at the local with me then. I think the first thing we'll do is just, oh, it's a deer, go into the favourite run. We didn't see any of them on the trails all the way. There we are, that's why home's sick. Nice and flowy, very smooth as well. Woo. Yeah, boosty. Yeah, there we go, that's the short run. That was a really short run in comparison. Some of the ones when we was away, obviously the videos you cut them down, but some of them take a whole morning to come down, which is just crazy. And that probably under a minute, I reckon. Really short. It felt a bit slow, but I'm gonna hit the jump run, hit the step down. Woo, steez that one. Nice. Right, now we've got the manual challenge. Oh, the bike feels honestly so good. Kick out, yeah. Everything here is linked for manual, but this now goes into arguably the biggest jump here, which we're going to get a little suicide hander over. Yeah, nice. Little roost, steez, and you know, nozzer here, look. Eee, sick. If you tuned into the last road trip video when we was in Austria at the Haibike event trying the new bikes out, at the end I got back on my old bike in the skate park and did a backwards squeak, which I've been practicing a lot recently, and I've just discovered this bank here, which is perfect, and I want to just confirm with myself that I can still do them good. So I'm going to put you guys down and hopefully backwards nose manual this whole hill. That was sick. Let's carry on. Answering my own statement earlier about hopefully we'll find some riders in here to do some trains with, it's absolutely dead, which I can't believe. It's a Saturday afternoon, 2 o'clock, no one is in here riding, which is crazy. Where are all the local riders at? Quite a sizable drop here, which we're going to send. Not the best exit either. Here we go. Little Eve climb challenge that. Then we've got this tech line, which is actually really difficult because it's so loose. And you've got a huge drop if you slip to the right, which hopefully you won't do. Yeah, nice. Oh, that was so fun. I don't know whether it's the same for you guys, but no matter what it is or where it is or whatever you're doing, just getting out on the bike for an hour even like that just makes your day makes you feel so much better, makes your day much better, and it just clears your mind. So such a good release, incredible. What a video this has been though. Yesterday was insane, down at MUC Off collecting the helmets. Like I say, I'm going to be changing from these very, very soon. In the next few videos, it'll be this week, so keep your eyes peeled because the new helmets are sick, and honestly, it's so hard not to just get them out the van and put them on and show you now. I'm really having to keep it under lock and key, but that time will come, so I'm excited for when it does. The bike's feeling good. We're back from the road trip. We're all refreshed, and I think we've got some trips this week coming up, even to Wales and to do a few bits. We'll see how it goes, see what's going on. If not, then I know Phoenix have a few new jumps, the local bike park, so that could be fun to go check those out also. But for now, I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope that the maintenance section actually helped you learn a few things as well. If it did, please give us a thumbs up, leave your comments below, let us know what you'd like to see us doing next, and I will see you guys in the next video.
I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shoot tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a